Hello, hello, hello. This is Lynda Cromar coming to you from Colorado. I am your social media and branding coach, helping you to build a better future because you have the strategies to do it. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Love to see you. How are you all doing on this glorious and beautiful Monday? Absolutely love Mondays. Why? Because it's a start over day. It's a day that you can actually build some really good momentum for the whole rest of your week. How is everybody doing? Sounds like there's somebody trying to get on and can't get on, but all right. There might be an opportunity to get on with later on with the replay. Anyway, I want to share with you some very important tips that I think is going to be very helpful. Also want to share with you something that I don't think many know. This is actually the network version or the internet version of the Periscope list, my profile. And as you can see, maybe you can't see, but the blue link right on the top is actually the way that you can find me. Success with Lynda Cromar. That's a new blog I'm starting, and it's going to be especially about success on the internet. A success for people that want to build on the internet and build their network marketing, focused especially on people that are baby boomers, and because that's what I am, and helping you to understand your market so that you can build a better business for yourself. So today we were talking about, of course, how to attract leaders. And if you think about it for a minute, if you're trying to attract leaders to your business, what do you think you have to do to accomplish that? I know myself, I didn't start out thinking that I wanted to be a leader. I thought I was just building a business, and it didn't occur to me that actually building myself as a leader first was going to create a better ability to have success. I'm going to tell you a story because this is also on my blog today. That's at successwithlindacromar.com. And so I want to share that with you so that you know where that is. And so today, if I can get to it, I'll go to that blog post. Just help me to remind me of what I said so that I say the right things. And when I first started out, it was quite a long time ago, but when I first started out in network marketing, and this was the first time that I had an opportunity to learn about network marketing online, and there was a particular thing that happened that was kind of interesting. When I look back, I realized I was actually building myself as a leader first. But we had this website where we all logged in and where all of the information was, and of course, you know about the calls. You probably have something similar to that in your own network marketing company yourself. And what was on the very side and very top of that website was a great big leaderboard that showed people, who was producing, who was actually getting the results. And because of that, I would see that daily. And so when I saw that, I started to see myself there. Now, I didn't even know what I was doing at the time. I mean, I hadn't gone through a lot of personal development at the time. And so when I did this, I started to just see myself at the top of that leaderboard. Now, to achieve that, I would have to have 20,000 volume or more in my team. It wasn't all my own volume, but it was in my team. That's obviously means sales of product. And, it doesn't matter what company you're in. Your company is paying you on volume created by sales of product. That's the only legal way that they can actually create anything. And so be clear that you're not recruiting leaders just for leaders. You're recruiting people that actually want to build a business, and they understand that it means a sale of product, because that is the legal definition. that has to be there. There is no such thing as recruiting just to recruiting, and that is actually illegal. So obviously we're going to talk about people that are producing and people that are actually taking action. That's important to you because that is how your check happens, is through the actual products sold in your company, whatever they are. It doesn't matter whether it's services or physical products, it still has to be a sale of those products. And so that's what I was looking at as volume, basically sales volume that I was seeing on those leaderboards. And that was, so those were leaders that were creating volume of up to 20,000 or more in their own teams. And I was seeing that daily. And so when I was seeing that daily, I was deciding that I wanted to be in that list. I wanted to be at the top of that list. So I started to vision myself there at the top of that list. And by so doing, I took certain actions. And at that time, it was all about calling leads, calling cold leads. It was not an easy way for a newbie to start in business. It was difficult, and it was really hard, and it was kind of discouraging because there was a lot more no's and there were yeses at the beginning of my network marketing journey. But because I kept visioning myself at the top of that 20,000 volume or more, in fact, at one point, I reached almost 30,000 in volume for that team effort with my first network marketing company, all doing it from calling cold leads. Now, I'm telling you, cold leads. Not talking to Facebook prospects, not talking to Twitter. I had no Facebook account. I had no Twitter account. This was all done at a time when I didn't even know all of the things that were even on the internet at that point. And so I was calling cold leads, and I was visioning that 20,000 volume and believing that I could achieve it, and I did. So what happened in that story was, first there was a vision. Hello, welcome. Thanks for coming. I'm in the middle of a story, so I'm going to continue, okay? And so I visioned myself being where I wanted to be before there was absolutely any results whatsoever. And that is what needs to happen in your business as well. Can you see yourself being at a certain point in your business before you are there? Obviously, if you are in that kind of a vision, you are going to attract a much higher quality person into your business. And wouldn't that be a much happier place to be? I put out on Facebook earlier today a post talking about would you rather have leaders that kind of have their own vision and they go after it and they take the action? Or would you rather have people that you have to push and pull and motivate and do everything in your power to try to convince them to take action? And most of them won't do that. I don't know about you, but that was not what I was after. Because I motivate myself. I don't have to have somebody else motivate me to become a business owner and to go and do whatever the action was. And when I first started, it was not fun. I can tell you it was not fun because calling cold leads, most of which probably don't even remember what they filled out on the internet to get on my list in the first place. And so they're saying, who are you? Why are you calling me? Leave me alone. Don't call me back. They think I'm a solicitor. Yeah, those kind of calls are not fun. And that's how I actually started. But I learned something from that. When I achieved that 20,000 volume on the very first month, and I did this 6 months running, I found out that I could be in a different place with people that I was talking to as well. I got put on lists and leaders' calls and doing things that I probably wasn't ready to do at the time. But I had to step up and I had to do that because I had a team. And good morning, good morning. Thanks for coming. I'm in the middle of a story, so I'm going to continue. Thanks, I appreciate it so much. Oh, chocolate hearts. But I was, excuse me, I got to drink some water. But I was put in a position where I had to take some real action because I decided I had a vision. And I was put in some calls, and these calls were where I was leading a lot of these brand new people that didn't have a clue how to get started. And I was just brand new myself. It was kind of a crazy situation. But because I had to do that, I had to step up when I was not ready. Now it's a piece of cake. Doing something like this is a piece of cake. It's different because now I've done all the really, really tough stuff a long time ago when I didn't even know what I was doing. And now working on the internet is fun. I mean, talking to people on the internet is fun. Talking to you today is fun. It's so much easier than talking to strangers that don't even know why you're calling them. That's not fun. And I wouldn't actually recommend that to anybody. We've got so many easier and much more fun kinds of strategies, just like doing this Periscope today. Sorry, got a tickle. That makes it so much easier. And again, if you are new to the Periscope, absolutely, thank you. Absolutely, thanks for coming. I appreciate your comments. Do come back and watch the replay because I'm not going to recap this whole story again, but I think you're going to find it worth it to go. And then I also told this story on my blog today. That's at successwithlindacromar.com, and that's also on my Periscope profile. I just changed it today so that you can get to my blog from there. And thanks so much. What's your first name? I don't know what your name is. It's giving me all the chocolate hearts. I love that. And I hope you get some value from this. Do go over there and get the whole story. But when you start out on internet, Teresa, hello. Thank you for coming. Anyway, when you start out on any kind of business, whether it's internet or offline, nothing is easy at first. It seems hard at first because it's new. It's something you haven't done before. Just like riding a bike, the very first time you rode a bike, you weren't a master at it. It took time before you got good at it. And that was the same thing. But if you didn't catch it, there were some things I shared that you can absolutely add to your toolbox. Number one is having a vision. Have a vision that you see yourself somewhere other than where you are today. Number two is take that action. Even when you're afraid to a little bit, take that action because when you do, you're going to attract people to you that you probably would not have if you just stood around and waited. And people are attracted to action takers more than everything else. I mean, you can talk strategies all day long. Yes, absolutely, Teresa. You can talk strategies till you're blue in the face. But if you're not taking action yourself, nobody else will. So when I asked you that question, do you want to have leaders in your team, or do you want to have people that you have to keep motivating and pushing and trying to get them to take action, and they never will? I've had both, and I can tell you, it's much more fun to work with leaders. It's much more fun to work with people that take action. It's much more fun to work with people that actually motivate themselves. When they motivate themselves, you don't have to do anything. You just have to give them the direction, and they take it from there. That's much nicer, for sure. So that's the quick tip of the day. If you want to attract leaders, first you become that leader. And the very first thing is you start to have your own vision and you start to take your own action. It doesn't have to be so difficult. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be hard. If you just do those three things, take the action, have the vision, and then you start sharing, you come from a different place when you do it that way. And I promise you, nobody is going to, that you're going to find that you're going to attract different people when you come from that place. When you come from a place of, I need to have you join me, well, that's not attractive. Nobody is going to come to you that way, unfortunately, and it's hard because that's what you want. I know. I need somebody to sign up today. But if you have that attitude, I promise you it is difficult and it's painful, and you get the same kind of people that you are. So who are you going to be so that you attract a different type of person? The top leaders are people that are self-motivated, they have their own vision, and they take massive action. Simple as that. You don't have to have a list of 50 different things that you have to become. Just do those three things, and things are going to change right away for you. So go to my website that I just put on, and I told you again, go to that website. You can get the whole story right there. I'm actually going to go ahead and put this Periscope in that blog post, and that is at www.successwithlindacromar.com, and it's also on my Periscope profile. That's a blog. That's a blog. That's not a capture page. But of course, if you do want to be on my list, there's plenty of places where that can happen. I'll be talking to you some more, and I hope you have a most successful and awesome Monday. Bye for now, and thanks, Teresa, for all the chocolate hearts. I absolutely appreciate that and love it. Thanks a lot, and I'll be talking with you soon. Bye for now.